Texas is up next. It's Rider High School versus Pine Tree High School. Welcome back to, I guess this is the analyst desk. Who knows at this point? But Brody, glad to have you back with me. We just saw the conclusion of Arkansas and Georgia. Now we have Texas, and then after this, we have one more series today. It's the Mountain Region. But right now, we come in to crown another champion of Texas. Talk to me a little bit. What are you expecting in this series? Are we going to get the same kind of offense we had and what we saw from the Longhorns? Or do you think it's going to be back and forth? The theme has been today, let's go 1-1 to OT. Is that what we're going to get again?
I honestly don't know, to be honest with you, Sean. Honestly, we've had such a wild ride with Rocket League over the past few days, right? There's been such a variety of series results. This could really go anyway. I couldn't call it. I'm just excited, man. We got a team called the Pirates. That's crazy. I think we actually had someone either called a pirate or some kind of pirate reference previously as well, but that's the Pine Tree Pirates for you. And then we have the Raiders as well. So we've got the Pirates versus the Raiders. It's kind of feeling a little bit like an NFL match of some kind, but yeah, I'm super excited to get into this one. Rocket League is always fun regardless of who's playing.
Let's do it. Let's get into game number one. Again, this is our third best of 7 today and our second to last matchup. After this, we do have the Mountain Region. Cibola, I believe it's Cibola or Cibola, I'll get that correction, High School versus Carlsbad High School. And that is our final match. But for now, we sit with Texas. More importantly, we sit with Raiders and Pine Tree. We'll see who's up to bat first to score this opening goal. Camo trying to come all the way across field, but it's taken back on the back wall before Clone tries to set up for another shot. And we go back to midfield.
Well, Pine Tree Pirates looking to go for that first goal. They almost get it across. Player in defense is going to catch it. Mason, though, trying to go for a pass. Unfortunately, Skyrex is going to go for the intercept here. Juice now for the Pine Tree Pirates. They're going to send this one high. This is potential. Carries it all the way through to that bottom left. Oh, it's so close, but a great save from Mason.
This is the corner we go again. Pine Tree going to try to keep this one up. Might be a chance to cross in. That should be a goal. It will be. Opening goal to Juice as they find the first angle. And it was all set up through the corner. Everyone getting a touch on this ball.
There it is. Juice flying and spinning through the air. Able to do enough to stop the ball or to get the goal into the ball into the goal. What even is English? What is the English language, hey?
I gave up. I don't know.
Yeah, so regardless, Pine Tree Pirates will start this 1-0. They're looking for number 2. No one there to receive it. Skyrex puts it across the goal.
Surely they'll slow this one down. Long clear out, saved away, no problem. Into the blue half we go. Numbers circling. It's not a word. Circulating. Back to midfield. A couple of chances, but again, it seemed like the Raiders poked that ball out and then gave up on the play. Would have loved to see some more numbers funnel in. Skyrex towards the top of the corner. Extensions there. Letting that one fly by for some reason. Juice, no booze, but questionable decision-making. Still sit at 1-0.
Pine Tree Pirates looking for this win here. Already 1-0 up, as you say. Skyrex puts the ball past Clooney. If his name is George, I'm going to be super happy.
I hope it's not.
I hope it is. Why do you have to ruin everyone's dreams here, Sean?
I'm not ruining anyone's. I want to ruin your dreams. That's the difference.
Okay, that's just me stuff. Anyway, Hamod able to take out a player. That should open up some space here for Raiders Black. Unfortunately, hasn't really done much at all. Skyrex able to get a shot off. Camod, though, once again, there for the save. Good bump from Camod. Again, I mean, there's another player right there. It's a good idea to go for that bump, but you may as well try for the ball.
Yep. Past that first goal, no one's been able to capitalize. Coming back down with it. Have a chance. Recentered. Here comes one. We'll keep it up. Back to midfield. One hit after another. As the Pine Tree Pirates have continued to throw one person at this ball at a time. And that long clear gives some Raiders some life and some breathing room at midfield.
Pine Tree Pirates now looking to hold on to their lead. 2 minutes left in this game. They've done a great job of that thus far. Looking maybe even to extend it as Skyrex gets a nice touch. Brings it down. Hamod going to try and carry it out. Skyrex going to go for the demo. And it feels like Skyrex right now, the real aggressor for this Pine Tree Pirates roster, although their teammates are there, never really feels like it's anyone else but Skyrex making that first play, and that's not such a bad thing. But that's unfortunate for Camord. Goes off the wall. It was a good attempt at clearing. It was just so unfortunate that it wasn't a teammate there to receive it. It was an enemy player. Duck puts it in. Pine Tree Pirates, they managed to extend their lead.
One could say he was a sitting duck.
I hate you. I really hate you. I don't know. I feel like yeah, there are
times.
There are people in the world here that just yeah. I have no words just for that pun. I mean, to be fair, it was relatively creative, but then again, that's as far as your creativity stretches. So
thank you. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's also been it's been a long 2 days. I mean, we've seen a lot of different games, a lot of different teams competing, and a lot of different play styles. But the one thing that's remained consistently is that all of the names have been very diverse. We've seen a lot of different names from these high school players. And I'm sure some of them we will be seeing in the collegiate scene at some point. But for the moment, 2-0 lead for Pine Trees. It's Camo trying to bring that one across field. There's a shot saved away, almost made it 2-1 with 40 seconds to go. This might be the dagger, even if it isn't. Surely 2-0 is a hard task.
30 seconds left in this one for the Raiders Black to do something here. Over from Ryder High School. Mason looking for something. No one there to receive it. Clune, oh, Skyrex plays that so well. Expects Clune to try and go for the ball, then works off the back of that. 10 seconds left in this one. It may as well be done here, short of something spectacular. Juice brings it across the goal, but it's in the orange half. There's no way Raiders Black get 2 goals out of this. This is done. Game number 1 to the Pine Tree Pirates.
There you go. Game 1 winner. Pine Tree Pirates up 1 in the Texas runoff, the Texas competition. Either way, one of these teams is going to be representing Texas as they are both finalists. And you know, it was a big game from Skyrex. 600 and plus points, a couple of shots, a save as well. But it was a very, very stagnant offense for both teams. Not a lot that happened on the field other than a goal or two. So we move to game 2 now. And questions again. Are we predicting a lengthy series here, or do you think that it's going to be a lot like what we saw today with just one team pulling away in the last minute or so?
I feel like Pine Tree, I was going to call them Pine Tree Pirates. They are a little bit ahead at the moment in terms of their gameplay. Skyrex specifically standing out to me. I feel like they are just a step ahead, but, you know, so I feel like they will win this series just based off game number 1, but things obviously can change. We referred to our last series. Of course, game number 1 was drastically different to what we saw in game number 2 through 5. So we will see how this goes. A lot can change, but at the moment, it's Pine Tree ahead.
Let's go into game number 2. Pine Tree certainly looked impressive in moments in that game 1. Will they have the same resolve here? Will they replicate that same success? One can only wait to see, but off the kickoff, everyone stalls out. Duck, however, had possession before it gets taken away.
Early goal went to Pine Tree Pirates last time around. The Raiders Black side, they didn't really have any response whatsoever, so let's see if that changes in game number 2. Mason is going to fly high. Hand-up there to receive it. Juice wins the 50. Maybe an opening here. Good attempt from Juice. Clune, though, saves it. Wins the mind game that is in that engagement. Clune going to get a nice demo. That should open up some space here for Raiders Black. Unfortunately, it's Skyrex on the ball. And when Skyrex is on the ball, well, you can kiss your space goodbye.
Yeah. And again, he was kind of an X factor in the start of this series, so I wonder if it will continue to be so. Raiders Black desperately looking for a goal. That might be it. There's the cross off the top of the right. We move back out into the orange half.
Raiders Black looking to get a goal. They've had a couple of chances already, to be fair to them. They've done a great job of actually pressurizing the Pine Tree Pirates, which was not necessarily missing in game number 1, but it wasn't present as often as the Pine Tree Pirates' attacks on the Raiders Black were. It wasn't a regular occurrence by any means here, as the Pine Tree Pirates looking to defend. Juice gets the ball away. Raiders Black, though, applying some pressure. You feel like it might break here as Camo looking to hold on the ball. Going to have to take this away from the orange half sooner rather than later. Clune going to have to deal with it. 50 leaves the ball stuck in the moment. Skyrex going to bring this one down. Was an attempted pass from Skyrex to bring it down to the midfield. Great read from Raiders Black to get that ball away.
Killed about 2 minutes here in game number 2 of this series. If you're just joining us, Pine Tree Pirates and Raiders Black both representing the Texas region. Pirates took game 1. Wasn't a dominant win, but it certainly got the job done. That one's going to waterfall down. There's the goal. Skyrex again finding the opening, and he has been an X factor in this series.
Skyrex, as you say, the X Factor. Is it really a surprise that he's the one to score the goal for the Pine Tree Pirates that's necessary for the win? I don't think so. Skyrex going to pull the Pine Tree Pirates ahead once more. Raiders Black now. They were unable to find an answer in game number 1. It was the finishing that was the problem. Can they find it here? That's the question as Clune looks for that. Camo can't find the defensive play. It's going to have to be Mason to do it. And they do, but here we go. Camo coming off. There's going to be a player in the mid for it. Clune, unfortunately, not in the best position to deal with that. Pine Tree Pirates get it away for now, but there's still some pressure mounting here from Raiders Black. They're doing a great job of keeping that up, and there it is, Clune. It's just not accurate, unfortunately. It's such a hard shot to hit, and it will be a miss.
One bell looked promising. Taken out. Mason with the save, going to carry it all the way around. What do the numbers mean, Mason? There's the cross. Into the corner we go. And again, we've seen that, what, 30, 40, 50,000 times today where the cross comes in, but the connection just doesn't work. At some point, it will land.
Doc almost got a goal there. Camo comes in with a save. That would have been a horrible situation for Raiders Black to find themselves in. 2-0 down once again. It's not a situation they managed to come back from in game number 1, and I can't imagine they'd come back from it here. Skyrex brings it across to Juice. Juice unable to bring it into the goal. Bloom with the save. Great stuff from Pine Tree at the moment to keep up this pressure. Raiders Black haven't really had a look in the last minute or so. Got to be careful not to get overzealous though. We've seen teams do that a fair few times in this tournament where they just go straight for a goal and they keep on keeping up the pressure. And there is a point where you kind of forget that you do have a goal of your own. But Pine Tree Pirates, they're not doing that at the moment. They are keeping up this pressure, and they also have players back ready for if Raiders Black do eventually break out of this setup.
57 seconds to go. 1 minute left here in game number 2. And at this moment, it still is anyone's game, but you got to think Pine Tree have this one at least in the palm of their hand, ready to take the win, but Camo going to slow it down. And where's the cross? Will it be there? It will. There's the goal they were looking for. And that's the goal we've been looking for the majority of today. Camo sets this one up, puts it on a silver platter, and Mason pre-jumps the defense, gets the goal.
Nice pre-jump from Mason there to bring that goal through. Raiders Black, they, we spoke about the fact they've been unable to finish thus far to get that final shot through. Pine Tree Pirates finally falter, and it is the Raiders Black who are able to tie this game up. 30 seconds on the clock now for these two teams. One of them is going to have to break the defensive line and get that goal through. Otherwise, we will see an overtime. A couple of misses there on the journey towards the Raiders Black goal. Here we go, Skyrex looking for it. Going to hang in the air for a moment. It was a good attempt at a fake. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. Raiders Black have the better of them in that situation. 10 seconds now left on the clock. Still some shots coming from the Pine Tree Pirates. Juice might go for that. Instead, is going to make the correct decision and go back. Duck looking for the final say. Not going to happen. We are seeing overtime.
All you need at this moment is for Camo to do the same thing and let Mason get the pre-jump. You might be looking at a Game 2 win all of a sudden. Looney taking it by himself and went for the bump on the defender. Here comes a teammate. Demoed out at midfield. So I liked the idea of the play, but the execution wasn't quite there. That one's going to come back down. Anyone else going to follow in? Yes, shot a little bit too high. Go back to midfield with it for the moment. Circling towards the left side of the field. Skyrex flipped out. Defender was ready and waiting. Maybe keep that ball in the hood of your car a little bit longer. Skyrex again going to try to stall out. That one is left up. Juice towards the side of the wall. Again, covering both sides of the field. Straddling the sideline. This ball now makes his way to midfield, gets cut off, and both teams playing very aggressive at that front line.
Pine Tree Pirates looking to break that front line. Raiders Black have had a great early overtime here. Juice able to get the ball away, though. This could be it from Raiders Black. Juice is going to be able to get that ball away once again. Dark brings it down. Oh, it's just a little bit high. Raiders Black would not have got to that. Now they bring the ball down for an attack of their own. This is so back and forth between these two teams. Raiders Black have done a great job, really, of dealing with the pressure that Pine Tree Pirates are applying on. And you think how many attacks we've actually seen in this game from Pine Tree Pirates. There was a solid, like, 2 minutes towards the latter half of this game, in regular time at least, where the Pine Tree Pirates were just essentially pummeling the Raiders Black side with shots. And they dealt with every single one successfully.
Certainly did, but Skyrex juking out every defender for finally... Raiders Black will get the ball back. We'll sit at midfield. Skyrex going to play through the side. Nowhere to go with this one. Nobody else is pushed up for Pine Tree, so you're leaving Skyrex by himself. Now numbers start to fall through. There's a chance. A little bit high, though. Follow-up shot might be good enough. Blocked away. Skyrex with the save. Here comes a second try. Double coming into the corner. Clooney going to recenter. Anyone else going to come up for a chance? There's a shot and a save. Skyrex standing strong in the net.
Skyrex is just so good, man. It's his continual hits. He saved every single shot right there. And again, this is a good chance from Raiders Black, but good clearance. This is going to go high. Duck looks to go for it. Juice has control. Duck needs to come out of goal to deal with this, otherwise it could be a problem. But Skyrex, they deal with it relatively easily. 2 minutes 40 on the clock here in overtime. This is starting to become a long one. And neither team looking to crack. Raiders Black, though, they've had a few attempts.
Skyrex has run point through the side of left field a couple of times. A shot, big bump from Skyrex, and that's the goal. Pine Tree Pirates take it. 2-1, go up 2-0 in the series. I mean, look at this bump. Skyrex comes up and just clears lane. Basically wipes the defender off the play and opens up the goal line. Skyrex, again, the MVP of that matchup. You can see why. 11 centers and 4 demos. Supersonic legend, absolutely. They go up 2-0 in the series.
And look at those shots. Look at those shots. 15 shots there from the Pine Tree Pirates. They looked extremely good. It was good stuff from the Raiders Black, though. They really dealt with all those shots extremely well. So real props to them. It was just unfortunate that they broken. And again, Skyrex was the one to do it. That was a beautiful bump in the final seconds of the game. The Pine Tree Pirates 2-0 up in this series. They just look ever so slightly better than the Raiders Black at this point in time. Let's see, though, if the Raiders Black can step up their game as we go into game number 3. Rider high here. They're looking for their first win.
They certainly are. And in this moment, Brody, you have to think. Please hold while I try not to sneeze. You have to think that the Pine Tree Pirates, again, even though it was a 2-1 win in 3 minutes overtime, they are in the driver's seat. It just comes down to, again, can Skyrex hard carry this team like we saw Vigil do yesterday, like we saw Lostinator do yesterday? He's having one of those performances.
Yep, absolutely. He is. This is a great performance from Skyrex. 4 minutes 30 on the clock here. 30 seconds in. There's been a couple of chances already. And, to bring back your point about Skyrex, right, I'm completely bewildered by a player this good. I mean, we've seen it a couple of times already, right, where it's like a player just essentially carries the entire team. And that's not to say that Duck and Juice aren't doing anything, because, of course, Juice did score that overtime goal. But, again, if it wasn't for the bump from Skyrex, it wouldn't have happened. So I'm really impressed. But as I say, I'm talking about Skyrex and the Pine Tree Pirates. Raiders Black come through. Juice on the defense tries to go for a fake. Unfortunately, it actually turns out to be a relatively naff defensive clear. And the Raiders Black here able to score first.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need kind of quick goals like that, right? Like, you don't need a long, drawn-out offensive hit. You don't need a lot of methodical pushes as a team. Just get quick goals like that. Win the challenges and put a shot towards the net. As the more chances you take and the more opportunities you take, the better chance you have of really putting one through. So, a lot of it just comes down to the quick decision-making that they had early in this game, and they finally find a goal.
Oh, Raiders Black here. They strike first in game number 3. Maybe they finally found the recipe for success to crack the Pine Tree Pirates. Or maybe not, because Juice just comes down from up high. You can see that goal coming from a mile off. Nobody in defense. Let's take a look at where they were. Mason going up for the shot. Clune gets a little bit too close. I presume player number 3 in camo was going close. And there you go. Pine Tree Pirates. Able to. I'm sorry, I just burped in the middle of me saying that. Pine Tree Pirates. They're able to tie this game up with relative ease.
And they felt comfortable going over that aerial, which we've seen a couple of times in this series. But again, the question remains for Raiders Black. Do you respond by quick shots in the lower third of the Pine Tree Pirates, or you try to take your time and facilitate through the middle of the field? For the moment, though, they are struggling to get this ball out of their own half. A lot of that comes to Skyrex and Juice, who's circling at midfield. Now you have to fall back in transition. Here comes the first real hit they've had in about a minute's time. A few minutes to play here in game number 3. 2-0 series lead for Pine Tree Pirates, and the Raiders are looking to at least make it 2-1.
Raiders, they need a point in this series. This could be it. Oh, good try from Camo. Juice gets the better of them, though. Pine Tree Pirates able to get this ball away. Another 1 versus 1. Skyrex going to lose it. Good play there, actually, from Mason. Could be a finish as well from Mason. Skyrex with the deny. Duck going to demo Camo. That's going to open up a lane here for Pine Tree Pirates on the left side of the field. Juice tries to flick it over at Clune. Doesn't happen. Good demo from Duck. This could be the one here. I thought Duck was going to go for a second bump. It's not to be. The shot is a little bit too high. Almost bringing it through his Juice. Pine Tree Pirates having a couple of pot shots here. None of them, though, going in. It's not really that much of a surprise. They might want to get a little bit more accurate if they want to close out this one.
There's a chance to... Oh, Juice, he had the idea, but that ball took a sharp angle off the ceiling. He did not have the spread on the field that you would have expected. Camo setting that one back out. Skyrex, touch there. Could be a goal, but a nice 2 commit. And Mason with the save. An epic one at that. Minute 41 to go. We go back to length of the field. So again, Skyrex is essentially going to carry this team through. Juice had a goal as well. That one coming back down sharply. We haven't seen Raiders push up to midfield a lot. I mean, they've been able to clear this ball out, sure. But I'm waiting to see when that break's going to come and when they're going to rotate as a team. Oh, God.
Oh, God. This could be it. Pine Tree Pirates are trying to find their way in. There's, you know, this feels a little bit like game number 2 or game number 2. Yeah, game number 2. My brain is having a mess, or whether which one it was that we went to see overtime, but it was game 2. It does feel a little bit like that at the moment, doesn't it, Sean? Where these two, they both have a goal. This time around, it was the Raiders Black who were able to score first. But nonetheless, it is just as close as it was over in game 2. Juice trying to bring it across to the mid. It's not going to happen here. Surely the shot. Clune going to save the situation for Raiders Black once again. Camo sends it out to the midfield, gives them a second to recollect their thoughts, but Juice looking for this. It's a lovely shot. Mason gets their number, though. The good pre-jump from them. Raiders Black, they're under assault at the moment. The siege is happening on our screens, and there's another shot from Juice. I'm getting the vibes of that 2 minutes again from game number 2, where the Pine Tree Pirates were just continuing to batter down Raiders Black until they broke. Of course, that is what happened, but it was in overtime there.
I feel like we're going to OT as well here. This is the first time we've seen Raiders in the blue half in what feels like 3 minutes, Brody. They have just been playing solid defense, but they have not been able to translate and equate that to an offensive push. Finally, they survive, get some breathing room, and we go to OT.
Look at this from Juice right off the top of the backboard. Looking at the second touch. Oh, the finest of margins. Juice able to get another touch on it. So close, though, right off the start. What an electric start that would have been. Would have been over in seconds. But a good try from Juice. Juice really has woken up in this game. Skyrex, I think, has taken a backseat here, as Juice seems really to have woken up.
Circle back around. Camo going to try to extend for a teammate. Everyone's funneling in. There's a shot, and now a long clear comes out. You have to fall back in transition and leave it up to Camo for the save. He won't get there, but don't worry. Mason will epic save again. How many times do we look at Pirates and think that is going to be the game winner, and they just have not been able to find it?
Too many. I think that's the answer to your question, right? I mean, there's so many shots once again from the Pine Tree Pirates. I think definitely less so than there was in game number 2, where it was at 15, I think, was the final total. But the Pine Tree Pirates have just been knocking at the door consistently, and they're knocking harder and harder with every continual blow. As there's another shot from Skyrex. It wasn't that much of an intentional one, but nonetheless it was. And there you go, Juice again. A second chance here at overtime. Can Skyrex finish it? Looking for a double tap. It's not to be. Pine Tree Pirates. Oh, another chance. And it's been denied. And Clune going to finish it for Raiders Black. That's an upset here in game number 3. All the chances that the Pine Tree Pirates had, they'll regret that they didn't sink any of them, because Clune finishes it. Raiders Black, they're on the board.
And that is just all props to Raiders Black's defense throughout the entire game. I mean, waiting for the storm to stop coming, and they hold on. They take it in game 3. We're now 2-1. And all of a sudden, if they keep this same defensive prowess up, we could be talking about going the distance or a reverse sweep here. A 4-2 win for them, but still, it was just unbelievably good defense all the way through for the Raiders, and I'm just surprised at how long they're able to hold on and keep themselves in the game, just with how many shots that the Pirates put up.
Absolutely, the Pirates, again, we didn't actually get to see the final shot total there from the end of game number 2, but I do think it was a little bit less than the 15 we saw in game 1. Nonetheless, though, a ton of shots, a flurry of them, and every single one, as you rightly say, the Raiders Black, they did a great job of batting away. So game 3 goes the way of Raiders Black. Looks like Rider High have a game on our hands here. We have game number 4 ready and raring to go. I'm excited to see now whether or not Pine Tree Pirates can recover from that, because it was kind of unfortunate way. They're going to be annoyed, that's for sure. They had so many shots, so many chances where it should have been in, and by the finest of margins, it just wasn't.
Yeah, it's a couple of chances. I mean, by a couple, I mean like 30. There was like 30 looks they had at the net, and surely, even though they're up 2-1, you're thinking that Raiders now have a really good chance to bring this series back, tie it up, and potentially take the lead. But Juice, for the first time in 70 chances, 70 different angles, looks, shots, they find the goal that had eluded them in game number 3.
And that's an awkward one as well. That's so awkward. The bounce on the ground. Could have sent it high to the top corner, decided that a bounce would have been more effective, and absolutely right was Juice there in that scenario. So Raiders Black already 1-0 down in this one. It's not the best start here to game number 4. Of course, if you cast your minds back, folks, if you're just joining us for this series, first 2 games went the way of the Pine Tree Pirates. Raiders Black, they are able to take game 3 after a flurry of defensive saves. Able to take it 1 goal in overtime. Now, can they tie the series up here? Well, they've got to get a goal. I think that's the first thing they should do, the first step to victory.
Probably rule 1 of Rocket League. Yeah, got to get a goal, but you're not going to get it when Skyrex is doing that. You're not going to get it, the double touch off the backboard. I mean, takes it off the ceiling, first touch, second. Yeah, you're not going to do it when he's doing stuff like that. That is just a reason why he was an X factor in games 1 and 2, a reason why Pine Tree Pirates were so dominant, and now he's starting to feel like he's completely warmed up. And this one, as much momentum as Raiders Black had, as much momentum as they had, it's the door has shut on that opportunity.
This is disgusting. Dark brings it right to Skyrex. It's this touch. I love clean touches like this, man. When you get that kind of goal, it feels nice. Yeah, I remember, you know the feeling on your controller. I play with vibration on, which people are going to hate me for. So weird. I play with vibration on. It's the feeling of hitting that kind of shot. Yeah. It feels so good, man. Imagine that with the haptic feedback of the PlayStation 5.
Ooh, very true. I mean, I have yet to figure that out, but once I tune in tonight and play some Rocket League, I will test that out and see how it feels. But yeah, again, it's the sniping ability, right? Like, it's one thing to be a striker. It's another thing to be confident and pull up from anywhere. Speaking of which, I think, what does he have? 2 goals now? Juice has 1, and Skyrex has 2, so the 2 best players at the moment on this Pine Tree roster are getting it done. Duck, who has been quiet since his first goal, or the defense that gave him a goal in, I believe, game 1 or 2. Still now, 3 minutes to go, plenty of time, but it's a 3-0 lead and a very quick, hot 3-0 lead.
And there's still a ton of time in this game. That could absolutely change. But I think, what we've seen from Raiders Black so far, it's been resilience on defense. That's been their strength. and that defense has broken down. Their offense hasn't been that great. I think they've just needed a couple of really irregular chances. So them winning this game seems unlikely in their current state. But hey, we won't count our chickens before they're hatched. There's the Pine Tree Pirates. Could still slip up a few times here, or they could just get goal number 4, and there it is from Skyrex. Comes down for the double tap. Predicts exactly where Clune is going to put this. And look at this again from Skyrex. Clune comes across the defense, and Skyrex gets it on the journey down to the ground. Number 4 for the Pine Tree Pirates. Raiders Black, they have a hell of a task on their hands now.
It's that second effort for me that sealed the deal. But yeah, unless they slow him down, and unless you keep Juice from feeding Skyrex, this might be a very, very quick 3-1 lead in the series. It is. He has 3 goals. Juice has 1. Skyrex is flying all over the field. And we talked about the defense in game number 3 and how it was standing strong throughout so many different chances. But Skyrex is starting to hit the shots now, and that's what's scary for the Raiders Black, is that they can't slow him down. He is everywhere on the field. He is getting creative. He is hitting from long distance. He is getting second touches. Slowing it, that could be a goal, and Juice gets up to meet it. Skyrex on the backboard, takes it out. Yeah. We have a minute 59 left, and oh my god, I feel a little bit worried for Raiders Black.
Yeah, same. 2 minutes on the clock here, and not a lot of hope here for Rider High in this game, at least. Of course, we've seen them play defense, and I think at the moment, that being their biggest strength, I think they're just going to have to chalk this game up, take an L here in game number 4, and have a flawless defense going forward, because that, again, has been their biggest strength. When they do well, it's because of the fact they're able to deal with this barrage of effort from the Pine Tree Pirates. And what you're seeing right now is what happens when that doesn't go so well. 4-0 up at the Pine Tree Pirate. It's such well-deserved as well. And I think the problem is, there is a goal for Camo there, so there is something, but I think the problem is for Raiders Black is, even if they score 1 goal now, right, the Pine Tree Pirates, they seem to have sort of unlocked the key to working their way around that Raiders Black defense, which is really special, nice goals, essentially.
Yeah, and a lot of it in game 3, was just that the Pine Tree Pirates were off target. Like, even though the shots looked good, they were a little bit high. They were a little bit off base. They had the right angle, but they did not have the accuracy. And now they have the accuracy. So it's just so much to ask. That's 4 goals, 700 points for Skyrex, 5-1. This one's done, and that means that the Pirates will be up 3-1 in the series.
This last 60 seconds is all about a formality, essentially, to be honest with you, Sean, and I think we both know that much. 61 seconds on the clock here. Raiders Black, I mean, mathematically speaking, they can still do it. The likelihood of that happening, though, of course, is, well, it's low. It's very low, right? I think is the big problem here. So, yeah, we'll see. A few more seconds here before I think we can truly call it. Mason is going to get a nice demo onto Juice, and maybe an opportunity to open up. But this is maybe another problem. Okay, Doug just gets another one in with ease. This is maybe another problem is you have a demo and you don't do anything about it, right? I mean, there's a lane opening up. You haven't gone for the shot off the back of it. You need to. You need to have someone there to follow up with some aggression and really hammer home what could have been, at the very least, a nice shot from Raiders Black. It wasn't, and now the Pine Tree Pirates end up scoring number 6. Now it's done, Sean.
Yeah, no, I think it was done at 3-0. I think that, again, eyeball test is one hell of a thing, and it just did not seem like it was going to be feasibly possible. And not saying that they couldn't win it, but they couldn't match the offense that the Pirates are putting up, and that just means they couldn't match what Skyrex was doing. Skyrex was an X Factor MVP of this game. They had no one on the other side who could really match that cadence. And with this one essentially being done, now we look at a 3-1 series lead. Only one more game to go for the Pirates, and they'll take it in the series 4-1.
Camo almost scores number 2 there at the final closing moments of the game, but 6-1, that's a hell of a scoreline for the Pine Tree Pirates. And again, if you're looking for a multiverse where you're looking for all kind of outcomes here in a game number 4, this is the outcome where the defense for the Raiders Black does not hold up. This is what happens. So this really does just go to show just how important that defensive hold is for Raiders Black. Pine Tree Pirates, though, I think they have found their way around it with a couple of snazzy plays. Special shout out to Skyrex, and Juice. Both of those players knew exactly what they were doing. They played great individually.
Yeah, they really did. And I think that at the end of the day, this is going to be a tall task for not for Pine Tree Pirates. I mean, just essentially all you need to do is just have everyone continue to just pop off. But I think that this is a lot to ask. For Raider, high school, you need to slow down Skyrex, and that has yet to happen. So until we see that, let's get into game number 5. Until we see that, I think that it's just going to be the Skyrex show, and I just think he's going to continue to walk away with the series.
Well, let's see now whether or not this will be the conclusion as the Pine Tree Pirates. They're looking to close the door on this one here in game number 4 and lock up the Texas Fall 2020 Play versus Rocket League High School Championship. Can they do it? That's the big question. Is Duck going to put a ball towards goal? Skyres there to meet down with it. Maybe a third touch coming in from Juice. Nope, Juice doesn't want to go for that, and maybe rightfully so. It will at least offer up the opportunity for the Pine Tree Pirates on the defense to hold on. Great demo, though, from Camo. Again, not following up on that opportunity, probably because the Pine Tree Pirates had control of the ball.
Absolutely. Camo, going to try to keep it on the ground. Skyrex, blast that one up. Gives it right back to the Raiders, but now where are the follow-up numbers? Back to midfield. We go to the corner, grabbing full boost is Skyrex, and has so many resources bumped off the play, and that's really what you got to do. Get physical with them, take them off the field, take them off the ball, and give yourself a chance to slow down the offense.
I apologize to my dog.
I love your dog.
Yeah, I presume you can't hear my dog, right? You can hear it. Is it gone? Yeah,
it's
all right. I apologize, guys. I did say that my dog would make an appearance on broadcast at some time today, and there it is. So I don't know what she's doing, but probably still posting.
Just hanging out, having a great time.
I don't know. She's having a great time. She's like, hey, there's some Rocket League going on. Why am I not going to watch this? But nonetheless, Pine Tree Pirates so far haven't found this first goal that we were talking about, Sean. They're having a wonderful time in game number 4, where they're able to essentially just knock down the defense of the Raiders Black time and time again. This time around, Raiders Black, they seem to have kept that defense sealed shut. The Pine Tree Pirates cannot break through. And on the other side as well, you do have the Raiders Black holding strong on the offense. So not bad from them.
Certainly not. Minutes to go now. Who's going to score first? That is the question. That one's crossing. Looked promising, but again, Duck is going to be there for the save. And throwing a lot of these hits and the shots towards the backboard, but no one else is going to kind of spike it down for a teammate. Skyrex going to take it out to Juice. We'll read it there. I feel like a goal might come in with the next minute or so. You can start to feel the offense working through the middle of the field for the Pirates.
Raiders Black do send a ball towards the Pirates' goal there. Good chance for them. There's 20 left on the clock. Neither team still scoring in this game. Loon looking for this. Oh, it's a good attempt to try and carry it under Juice. Unfortunately, Juice is just smarter than that one. Juice going to bring it across. It's a great 1-2 play from Skyrex and Juice. Skyrex brings it into the air. And look at this momentum from Juice. It's there for it. That's great team play. And the Pine Tree Pirates, they break the defense. It takes 3 minutes, but they do it in the end.
Mason, I'll leave that one up. To the back, almost cross, almost got the goal as well. A minute 57 left to go. We get to midfield. Raiders Black desperately need to tie this game up, find the equalizer, and that demo might give them a chance. Numbers advantage, look for the cross, immediately blocked out. And they don't have someone to run point to really extend these plays, Brody. A lot of it has been trying to bring the ball forward through the defensive line, but they haven't been able to get over those backline defenders. So you stall out at midfield, you lose the challenge. Skyrex over both almost seals the deal at minute 30. This one might be done.
Great stuff from Skyrex here. He's really been a star of the show. It's between him and Juice for MVP for the Pine Tree Pirates here. The battle for Texas is almost over. Raiders Black, the light is dying inside them. Let's see whether or not they still have something left in the tank here. It's a good attempt right off the start from Camo. Skyrex, though, denies them a goal. It's a goal that they desperately needed as well. I mean, 1 minute 20 left on the clock. It's not a lot of time.
It's really not. And again, you just only have so many different ways to move on the field. They have read you like a book through the majority of this series. And Skyrex, who has yet to be slowed down, a goal, a shot, an assist, and 2 saves. On the other side, Camo, bring it all the way across. 2 will cross on the lane. And Juice, try to keep it up, will do so. Back down, almost dunks it in. Follow up for Skyrex. Pushes it towards the top of the post. Takes it back out. 44 seconds to go. Everyone's double committing now. Gets it over 1. But now, there's another shot, and there's the goal. That's the dagger. This game's done.
Pine Tree Pirates. This is done now. I mean, it's so well played. And I like that it's Duck that gets the goal, right? Because Duck has had an incredibly quiet series here. We've given up a lot of praise to Juice and Skyrex, but Duck has literally just been a sitting duck, essentially, in defense, making sure that the Raiders' black side do not get through a goal. And for the most part, they've been incredibly successful in doing exactly that. But props to Duck for finishing things off here for the Pine Tree Pirates with 25 seconds left. I mean, short of something miraculous, this is done. Raiders black. They just get a few more touches on this ball. It's all about a formality at this point, Sean. 15 seconds left. The Pine Tree Pirates from Pine Tree High School will be going through. They are your Texas Play versus Fall 2020 Rocket League High School champs.
What a way to do it as well. Skyrex, MVP of that match in the entire series. Phenomenal performance. And it means that we move through. All 3 matches done. Only 1 more to go. Our final matchup of the day will be the Mountain Region, Cibola High School versus Carlsbad High School. And congratulations to Pine Tree High School once again for being the second representatives of the Texas region and securing that win through the series 4-1. But Brody, we have 1 more best of 7 coming up next. It is the Mountain Region. And again, we have seen so much Rocket League today. What has been your favorite part of today so far?
God, I mean, there's a few moments, that's for sure. Just take a look at my notes to really think about it. I think it's probably the first one, Arkansas, to be honest. That match, the Game 7 between those 2 teams, really epic. I didn't know who was going to go through between Episcopal and Northside High, but of course it was Episcopal in the end. Really close matchups. Those are the ones we love, and hey, maybe we'll get one to close out our final day, our final match of the day.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry, I was catching up.